Hello students, in this class we'll see how we can solve a given problem. For a sample, I'm taking one query. There is a question, let me read it out, and this kind of question comes in your exam. So this will help you to just make the program, how we have to think, how we have to decide, and what functions has to be made and how they have to be invoked and everything. So the question is like this. This is, let me inform you, this question has came in ICSE board in 2011. Question goes like this. It's written here that define a class called Mobike. Define a class called Mobike with the following specification. What is the specification? Here, everything is written. Means instance variables or data members, what we have to make is written. Okay. So let me first type it for you, question, so that you could see it. So it goes like this. Mobike. It's written it's quite simple one. It's telling you everything. Means what variables has to be created. P number variable for what? To store the bike number. NTPH number for what? To store the phone number of the customer or client. String name to store the name of client. int days to store the number of days the bike is taken out on rent. Now you might be getting this program. It's what kind of program is going to be. You have to find out. You have to take out for what purpose this program is being made. To calculate and store the rental charge. So this program tells you everything, that what variables you have to make and which variable will be meant for what. So far now we have understood that this program is going to be made for a company where they rent bikes. Now another criteria, member methods. What will be the methods? Method means the functions. So I'm just writing down the question that will be already there. So first method, according to it, will be input. Look, this is the normal layout of any object-oriented program. Inputting, processing, output. And for inputting, related variables. For processing, related logic. And output, simple. Input. For what? To input and store the details of the customer. Okay. Void compute. Compute what? To compute the rental charge. And what? Okay. And output functions may be there. It is not all mentioned the question, but we can make in our own also. So how the rent will be calculated? The rent for a Mobike is charged as follows. Now this is the main thing, how you have to calculate. This is the main thing that you have to keep in your mind, and accordingly you have to plan everything. For first 5 days, rupees 500 per day. Fine. for next 5 days, rupees 400 per day. Look, this kind of question is there, and which is quite confusing for most of you. And let me tell you about this question. I have a book. I think this book may be with you also. It's in page number 407. If you'll see around that page, maybe because of new book or old book, the page number may be different. But this my book publication is, when is it published? Okay, this doesn't matter. A little old book is this, but in page number 407, I have this question. So you may also have there. So look, dear student, what I was trying to tell you. For first 5 days, rupees 500 means if the person has taken the bike on rent for just 3 days, then it will be calculated how? 3 into 500, 1500. But if it is for 6 days or 7 days, then for first 5 days, it has to be calculated at the rate of rupees 500 per day. And in 7 days, first 5 days is calculated as per this criteria, means 500 per day. Next rest 2 days will be calculated as this 400 per day. First 5 days at the rate of 500, that's 2500. The next 2 days 800. I mean 2 days at the rate of 400. So 25 plus 8, 3300 will be the total charge. This is how you have to think. Most of you do what? Directly multiply 400 into 7. This is wrong. You'll get your deducted marks. So please. It's not yet over. Rest of the days, rupees 200 per day. After, next 5 days, after 10 days, any number of days taken, it will be charged flat per day, 200 per day. But for the rest, if it is taken for 13 days, then for first 5 days, it has to be calculated at the rate of rupees 500. Next 5 days at the rate of 400, and rest, whatever days are there, at the rate of 200. And you have to total it. Of course, there is going to be use of the if condition. So, and yes, another function it has told display. I thought it was not there, but it is there. To display the detail in following format. Now this is another good thing. What is should be the format? Pehle bike number, then phone number, then name of client, then number of days, then charge. This column look should be there. You may make it a little more better like this. So you have to, learn how to output also. So this is the question. So how do you look at this type of question? According to me, this is the most simplest possible question that may come in your exam, because everything is written in it. Everything is written, everything. 80% is solved. Everything, what class you have to make, how many variables you have to make, how many class functions you have to make, and what you have to do in a function. Only this part is not little, it's also very simple. So 80% is itself done in the question. Now let us begin it. So new. So let us go as per the criteria of this. So since we have to import, we have to input the details. So it will be good to first import as per the rule. Import java.util. Asterisk or scanner. Then what class we have to make? Class mobile. Of course, no issue at all. Then how many variables we have to make? Int b number. Phone number, it has also taken as integer. You may take it as string also, but since it is specified to take as integer, then you have to follow the instructions. Ph number, phone number for phone number. Then what? String, name, and what? Okay. Then int days. Okay, and int charge. So can we define variable this way in the single line? Of course, you have to do in this way. Don't write useless things and expand your program. Try to make your program quite precise, short. Don't try to make, most of you would have write like this. Let me explain this. Int b number, then again int phone number. This is also not right, correct, but why to just useless type these many useless? There should be nothing useless. Okay, don't think that a large program is a good program. Never think so. Short program is always good. In short line of code, if you are able to complete everything, then it's fine. You may, wherever applicable, you may add comments. So look, this part is over. But this part is over in these 2 lines. That's it. Now what? Function part begins. Member methods. Now this is the most important part. So first method is void. Now see, the question has specified the return type also, that you have to specify void, no return. In our next program, we'll see some more complicated ones, but let us be simple right now. So everything is mentioned here. This may not be the case always. You'll have to decide everything in your own. Void input. So what things we have to input? Input and store the details. Details means we have to input the bike number, the phone number, the days, and the charge. Yes, dear students, normally we see bike number like J0X0031 like this. But since here, in this case, int is only there, so J08, this kind of number cannot be entered. Only integers can be input, like 3133. Like this type of numbers can be only inputted. Okay. And if you want to input number like that, J0 like that, then you'll have to use a string. But since in this, question, it is specified to input it this way, better to do this way. But if you wish, then you can change also. The examiner, the person who will check the copy will appreciate your effort. So you may change also, but let us go according to the question. So obviously, we have to create a scanner in equals new scanner system.in. We may create a scanner in the global area, or we may locally also create. It's no issue. It's up to you totally. So dear students, in every program you have to follow the same protocol. Input. So before you input anything, you should ask, no? System.out.println enter bike number first, or you may ask anything. So b number equals in dot what? Next int. Bike number entered. Now use copy paste. Enter your name. So name is input with this function next line. And what else we have to input? Number of days. Enter number of days you want to take bike on rent. You can make a lengthy sentence. Variable's name is days. So be sure that whatever the variable name is, only those things has to be written. And the last one is charge. But charge we have to calculate. So this much detail we have to input only. Okay, fine. This function is over. See how smoothly things are going. Now what? Another function is void compute. Now here comes the main thing. Huh? Now you have to see it very nicely, understand it. So according to the criteria, if days is greater than 10. This may be solved, or this program may be made in various ways. You can implement the if condition in various ways, but the one which just suddenly came in mind, I'm just using that. I'm telling the system that if the value of days for the number of days is greater than 10, suppose it is 11, 12, 13, 20, 25, whatever, then how to calculate? So dear students, try to understand the case. We can make it through if else if, we can make it through simple if, we can make it through any source. So yes, one more thing you should find here, that the variable name should be proper, huh? The variable which we have used, name. Okay. For the name, you should do the proper variable name. Okay, these mistakes you need to avoid, huh? Well, so if the number of days is greater than 10, why I'm taking first this greater number? So you may take in any way. I just told you that there are various ways. So let us first make one. So how the charge will be calculated? Look, the variable's name is charge. Look at the variable name. Charge is the variable name. Okay, how to calculate charge? Look, first 5 days, since it is greater than 10, then this is obvious that the first 5 days has to be calculated uh, with a 500 per day charge, plus next 5 days has to be calculated at 400, the rate of 400, plus rest of the days. Now how will we get the rest of the days? So we'll get rest of the days like this. And yes, of course, calculation also you can make in any way. You can make calculation in multiple lines. I'm using the simple. So you can also use anything that comes in your mind, but should be correct. So how many days are now left? Because we have already calculated the cost of the rent of 10 days. So now days minus 10. Now this is the number of days which are left out. You see the use of parentheses, the brackets, the small bracket that we are using. BODMAS rule, or the priority of the operators into 200. So now let us evaluate this. You should all once think also that whether it is going to work or not. So let us see. If we have entered 13 days, for example. So first 5 days at the rate of 500 plus next 5 days at the rate of 400. And this will return what value? The days 13 minus 10, that is 3. 3 into 200. See how good this is calculated. Now the value of charge we have got. Now at the time of another condition. If days is greater than 5, if it is greater than 5, then what? Same way, charge. If this will be the case, if this will be true, then this will be executed. If this will be true, then. So I would also like to show you that what kind of mistake people usually do. And right now, when that mistake is, I'm also doing that mistake, just because to show you that if you have to decide. Look, I'm using what? Simple if. And what happens with simple if? Every if condition is executed. Every if condition is executed. Now, if I'm giving this condition, if days is greater than 5, then look what will happen. If the value of days is 13, then this case is also getting true. This will be executed. But 13 is also greater than 5, no? So this will be also then executed. So you have to avoid such scenario. So how can we use this? So using else if ladder is the right thing to do it at this place. What happens with this? If any one condition is matched, or if any one condition becomes true, then it leaves. It doesn't test another conditions, rest of the conditions. Okay. So we have to also take care of time. So let us do it fast, a little fast. So since it is greater than 5, so of course the first 5 days has to be calculated this way, plus rest days minus 5 into 400. So this will be the value of charge. We can simply write else, means if the days is not greater than 10, if it is not greater than 5, then obviously it is less than 5. So in that case, you can also specify that else if days is less than 5, but no need. You can just simply calculate the value of charge like whatever the days. Now it is days less than 5. Because if day will be, the value of day will be greater than 10, then this will be executed. If it will be greater than 5, that is 6, 7, then this. Otherwise, if it will be 5 or it will be less than 5, then what? Whatever the value of days is into 500. So this is how we have made this compute function, and we have calculated the value of charge according to the given criteria. Now the task of this compute function is also over. Look, our program is getting lengthier. Now what we have to do? From here to here, the things are okay. Now we have to make what? And the function void display. Now this is the main part. How we should output it? Look, now this is going to be important part, so you have to watch it very carefully, that how we can produce this kind of output. So since we have now every data, every information we have the bike number, the phone number, the name, and everything, and even charge we have now calculated. So system.out.println bike number, like this, then /t, then what, phone number, then what, /t. You know, it is used for putting a tab mark, then name, then /t, then what, number of days, and charge. Just simply write days /t and charge. Okay, so this is how we can do. Or you can put a pipe sign also, just for producing better output. You can just do it. You'll see this the effect of this also. And if you do not like that, then just remove it from there. It's quite simple. Now copy this line and output it in the next line. So now, since everything here, look, everything is in what? Quotation mark. Means this is a message which will be displayed. But the next line, we have to output the variables. So in place of this bike number, put the variable which is for bike number, which is what? Which is B number. Always refer the variable name. Don't make mistake. B number. Then /t cannot be directly put. It has to be inside the double quotation mark. Now, and yes, a pipe sign may also help here. The phno is the variable name. Okay, take proper care of this plus operator. /t. After this also we need a /t, then name, small letter variable name, and then again plus, then again this /t, and then variable name days. No need to get confused. It's the simple thing that you learn in class 8 only, or you may watch the video already uploaded how to output properly. And variable name charge dot. Now what? This is over. You have to do only this. Let me show you a complete program. So this line is lengthy, so look, reduce the font size. B number, the variable name, then plus for the slash t. This pipe sign is just for the better look. We'll see. It's not given in the question, but let us see what happens. If it doesn't produce a good output, then we'll remove it. Look at the use of it, huh? Now what? It's over. Now make public static void main. Create object mobike name. So look at it once. Mobike, yes. Mobike ob1 equals new mobike ob1 dot input. The first function we have to call ob1 dot compute. The next function we have to call, and ob1 dot display, the last function. So this is how the main function also got over, and at the end of class. Now save it. How to save, you know. Class 10, or the name of class, mobile dot java. Yes. Now go to CMD. Let me enlarge it. E drive cd java class 10 java c mobike dot java. Could not find what? Mobike. Where I've saved them. E drive java mobike mobike dot java. Take the here. Press dir mo asterisk. Is about the file name. Acha, this is there. Java C mobile dot java. It has no problem. Oh, I made a mistake. I had written what? Look at this. Java C. In place of Java C, I written Java. So I will mistake now. Mobike. Enter bike number 7845. Enter name like ABCD. Any name you can input. Oh, there's a mistake. It's not. It has not taken the name. Enter your name in dot next line. Okay, let us see what has happened. Enter number of days it's asking, no? So days, let us check 13. So look, bike number in place of name, a phone number, it has to be also taken. So simple mistake is there. We have not inputted what phone number. So bike number, after bike number, we have to input the phone number also. No issue. Program is made with a little problem, which you can feel. Since I was in little hurry because I had to complete this in a limited time. So some mistake. Next entity, so enter name. Now let us once try to execute. The number of days, it's not taking name, maybe because of any other reason. We'll find it. Look, the proper use of /t can resolve this issue. Bike number, and then this bike number came here. Then phone number, name due to any reason it has not taken, I'll have to see it. There may be very little mistake, maybe it can be resolved. Then in place of name, the name would have appeared, but due to a little mistake, or you may say then it need a proper use. So we saw that there was some problem in this program. Let's once see the output, and then we'll try to resolve the issue. And during this process, we'll also learn something. So let us once again compile this and run this. Now it's asking you the bike number. So enter the bike number. Then you're asking phone number. Enter the, okay. One more issue. Normally we have, look, 10-digit mobile number is there, but how many digits we have entered? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here is a problem. So mobile number is of 10 digit, but as per the question, it was written that mobile number to be entered. But when we are entering it, we know the range of INT. So it is going out of the range of INT. So what we have to do then? So then in this case, we'll have to change the data type. So either we can make it a string, or we can also make it long. So making a string will take more number of bytes, because every character will take 2 bytes, and that's how it will take 20 bytes. But when we'll take a long, whose range is large enough to accommodate the mobile number, so that will take lesser number of bytes. So a suggestion, let us keep all other variables like this, but let us make phone number a long one. Although since it is given in a question, as long as that is given in question, if you're making like INT, then it's okay. But when it comes to real life execution, like we are executing now and we are facing this situation, then we'll have to certainly make the corrections. So long phone number may be a good choice. So here also we'll have to do next long. Okay. Now let us once compile it back. Now what happened? Oh. B number was okay. Long phone number. Now it's okay. B number is INT. We have to make phone number is long. So this thing happens, so no issue. Now asking bike number. Enter the bike number. Enter the phone number. This time we'll enter 10-digit number. And we can see that again, it's not asking the name. So we have to understand why this happens, and we have to find the solution to this. No problem. Let us learn. Number of days, let us take 17 or any number of days. Now see the output. Okay. Bike number this, then look why this is happening. Why the phone number is not aligning just below the phone number. Let me make you understand why this is happening. So dear students, why this is happening? Try to understand. Look, this bike number extends till this. And when we put /t, then it took a space this much, and then phone number is coming. But in this case, our bike number is completing here. And then when we are putting /t, then /t is working like this. So what could be the solution to this problem? So let us first resolve this problem, and then we'll see why the name is not getting entered. So they're resolving this, and both will let us learn something. So let us do something. Let us put 2 /t's, and then let us see the difference. 2/t means 2 tab space will be given here also as well as here also. In the first half, we learned how we can make this program. Making this program that way was enough, you'll get full marks. But now we are learning few other things, practical things, that what happens if you are not doing this way. So let us compile it, then run it. Of course, this time also the name will not be asked because of the reason which we'll discover. And number of days like 14. Look, this time also there is a difference of 1 tab. Everything is fine. Here only 2 tab is not working. Because of 2 tabs, this has taken 2 tab space. Here 2 tab is working nicely. So what we can do, either from this point, program is not made in one go. These things has to be taken in consideration. So let us try to replace 1 tab from here. Okay, from this point. Rest, then see what happened after this. So from here, let us reduce or remove 1 tab, save it, go back, compile it, see this. Bike number again, 4-digit bike number, 10-digit. Mobile number, name not asking. We'll see why it is not asking. Any days 4. Now this time we can see that it's better than before. Bike number is coming just below this. The phone number is coming just below this. The name is coming, although the name is not taken, so it's not coming. The number of days and the charge. There's a little difference here and here. So let us see why this is happening. This is just because of one space maybe. So let us see where the extra space is there. Look, this is that extra space. Removing this will resolve the problem. Now it is the result. Now we'll try to understand why name is not accepted by that. So dear students, in order to understand this, you need to know more about the next line function. Look what is happening. When we are using next line, no, it reads the next token. It may be a little confusing, but with the time and with your due practice, these things will become clear. The matter is, let us try to see this first. What is happening here? No? When we entered bike number, no, it got entered to this B number. Huh? Let us do like this. When we entered phone number, no, it entered into the phone number. But what is after the phone number? What is there? You may say there is nothing, sir. But we have pressed enter here. Enter. So what is happening? This next line is reading that enter, that /n it is reading. And therefore, it thinks that the work is over. And thus, it is not asking for this practically. Means it is doing what? It is reading a character after this phone number. Although there is nothing. So it's reading that nothing. Or there is /n, which is not visible to us. But that /n it is reading. Okay. So it's accepting that /n in this name variable. So it thinks that yes, I've already done my job. So it's not asking there when this line is printed. No. After that, it thinks that it has already read the next token. So it doesn't read that and go for this. And that's why what do we see? We see enter name and then enter days, and days is accepted. How to resolve it? Let us see how we can resolve it. Let us execute this program once again. And this time enter the bike number, then enter the phone number, and give space and write the name like Raju, Monu, whatever name you want to. Press enter and number of days 7. Now this time look at the output. This Raju is read. Why? It was written just after this. So next function do what? All the string next function read the next token. I mean, after the phone number was read, After this delimiter, this separator, we had Raju. So Raju was accepted for the name variable, and it didn't ask here. It directly asked the number, and now the things are okay. Okay, so things are okay. So this is one of the solution, but this is not the natural solution. Okay, people will tend to press enter here, and then they will expect to enter the name. So this is one solution. As a programmer, you must know this. Then what we can do? So one trick is there that we can do. After phone number, it's reading the /n. So let us do one thing. We just place a next line here, a useless next line, just to read that character, and this will accept that character, which which we will not use, and then this will be free. What I'm telling you, just see it in the program. After saving, compile it, and then run this, and this time the same way, enter phone number, 10-digit phone number, and now it is asking the name. Why this happened now? Because whatever was there, uh, whatever was there uh, after this was read by this extra next line. It consumed all the other things or next tokens and everything. So now this is free for the new input, and therefore this is happening. I mean, now it is actually asking the name. Any name you just enter number of days, 18 or 19. Now look at the output. Now you may call it a nice one with a lot of efforts, and we learned a lot of things here. And now we came up with nice piece of output. Bike number this, phone number this, name Mr. this, day is 18, and as per the program, this is the right answer. Now let us try to just recheck once whether this 6100 is the right answer or not. So let us use the calculator, or better to use Excel just to test. Although it is not needed to test, but just to test that whether you have put the right calculation or not. So what do we have? We have 18 days. So first 5 days, 5 into 500. Next 5 days, 5 into 400. And how many days remaining? 8 days are there. So 8 days into 200. Now add them all. You'll get 6100. And this is the result. Okay. So this is the right answer. Your program is working. Let us test the program with less number of days. Bike number, any bike number, any mobile number, any name, and any 7 days. Look, now you can see that this /t is also not working, because after any name, it's a lengthy name, and 2/t leading to 2 tab space, 1 tab space, another tab space. That's why this is happening. So what is the solution here? Again, to reduce 1/t may work, or giving one more tab here may also work, or restricting ourselves to one single name may also resolve. So these are normal things. No need to worry much about this. And you may learn a better way of outputting. Or another thing is, when we work with the graphics, then these things doesn't matter at all. Okay. So this means the main thing is the output is right. The calculation is okay. So let's once again run this program. Single name, number of days, 4 days, right calculation. So dear students, this is how we make any program. So watch this video 1 or 2 times, practice, and then you will also be able to think like a programmer. You will be able to make good programs, And of course, as you can see, in every program, there is something to learn. So when you apply your effort, you get chance to learn. And as when you'll make more and more programs, you will learn more and more. So that is how you can become a good programmer. So thank you, students. See you in the next class.